Okay, so I just want to go over this really quickly and make sure that it makes sense. So the first page is directions, and I'm going to go ahead and read those. Directions for using these task cards. Number 1, on even numbered slides, you will find a tape diagram that represents a two-step equation. Of course, even numbered slides would be 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. So on those slides, you're going to find a tape diagram that shows you, represents a two-step equation. Number 2, on odd numbered slides, you will find text boxes that give you structure for solving. Use these to write and solve a two-step equation for the tape diagram. And you'll see what I mean by that. I've given you some slides that provide you with little boxes. And as long as you fill those in and follow the steps, you should arrive at the correct solution. About using those boxes, number 3 says use every box to show your steps and make sure you use symbols like plus, minus, parentheses for multiplication, and a slash for division to show the operations for each step. Very important. We're not just going to put a number in. If we're subtracting a constant or a number, we're going to put a minus and that number. If we're adding something, we're going to put a plus. Okay, if we're multiplying or dividing on the second step, we're going to show that with those symbols. Okay, and then watch this video on the next slide. We're already here, so you're watching the video. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, and I don't know if you guys know this, but just to give myself a little bit more room and make it bigger, I'm going to go up here to View. So I'm up here in the task menu bar up at the top, and I'm going to click View, and I'm going to put Full Screen. And what that does is it just makes it a little bit bigger, and it takes some of the distracting stuff away at the top. And when you want to go back to the normal thing, so you have the menu, you just hit Escape. So if I hit Escape, it takes me back and gives me all of my menus. But when I'm working sometimes on these, I really just like to see what I'm working on. And so I'm going to put it in full screen. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do for you, okay? It says use the information in the chart below to write and solve the equation. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is 3 x's, okay? And I'm also seeing $50, 50. And this diagram shows me that if I add those 3 x's together with 50, the whole thing, those 3 x's and the 50, will be 170. That's what it's showing me. So I need to write an equation that represents this tape diagram. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is count how many variables do I have. I have 1, 2, 3 x's. So guess what I'm going to write for my variable expression? 3x plus 50 equals 170. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, and it kind of tells you what you need to be entering here. So it says variable expression. So I'm going to say 3x. Operator symbol would be a plus because that 50 was positive. And then 50 equals 170. Okay, all right. So the next thing says first step. So I know the first step is always to get rid of the number, get rid of the constant. That's a positive 50, so I'm going to subtract it. And of course, whatever I do to one side, I always do to the other. And now I'm just going to simplify. So I know that those 50s are going to cancel out. And all I have left on the left side is 3x. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that 3x down. And then I'm going to have 170 minus 50. That is 120. Second step. Well, the 3 and the x are multiplying. So I want to do the opposite of multiply. What is the x doing? It's multiplying by 3. What's the opposite of multiply by 3? Divide by 3. So I'm going to use my slash and my 3. Of course, whatever I do to one side, I got to do to the other. All right, I know that those 3's are going to cancel out, and I am down to isolating my variable. Mission accomplished. And now all I have to do is the math on this side. 120 divided by 3 is 40. And that, my friends, is it. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. You have, I think, 8 problems. Well, now you have 7 because I did the first one for you. Okie dokie. Have a great day. Get this done, and we will check in soon.